Here for the Lowe's early Black Friday deals? You're right on time for some of our biggest savings. We're talking up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Holiday lights going up soon? Select ladders are up to 50% off right now. Get Black Friday prices without the Black Friday crowds. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 11/19. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo pre-filled syringe, which contains F-gartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART MyWay.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! I'm Rob Van Dam. The whole show.
Oh yeah, what's up? It's Thursday night. We're live. It is a trash night, and it's one of a kind with a certain someone and a certain two people.
Ready. Right. Wait. Everybody.
Okay,
damn,
hold on.
It up. Already fucked it up.
Here, hit the reset button.
Okay.
What do we got?
From Ballard Creek, Michigan.
Yes.
The whole fucking show.
Uh-huh.
Rob Van Dam. See? I had 13 people across the country do that with me right there. See? That's what we're missing out on every week.
Every damn week.
We could give them the full RVD experience.
That's it. The whole
play around every time like it's our first intro.
I know, right? Every time. And we have Katie here too. Katie, how are you?
Hey y'all. I'm good.
Hey.
AVD.
AVD. Yes. Yeah, that's great. Heck yeah. But thank you everybody for joining live in here. We got Maddie in the house. We got Triple E in the house. We got
RVD.
And Barbie D too. Barbie D is in the house too. Look at it. She's like, what's going on?
Yeah, but
the whole family's here. Lovey's running around.
They were ready to rough house before we hit before we went live. They're ready to go. They're ready to scuffle it up.
Yeah.
Just since we did a show on Monday, and then I saw you on Tuesday.
We saw each other on Tuesday.
That was just 2 days ago, because now it's Thursday. And
craziness.
Between. See how I did that?
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't even need a calendar.
Rob, did you tell Katie what street that Permanis Brothers was on?
No, Permanti Brothers was on Forbes Street.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like meant to be.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
It was meant to be, except for they didn't have any Bailey put in the Irish coffee. But
the waiter, though, he was pretty good. He hooked you up with some stuff, though. Some cream.
Yeah. I get when people. I usually. It's not always as great, but I like it when people make their own attempts, and that's one of the drinks is the espresso martini that's in my realm. Like I have like 3 or 4 drinks. That's one of them, and I noticed that's one where people change it up all the time, and a lot of times I'll ask for that if I'm. Hey, you can make an espresso martini. A lot of times they'll say, well, I don't have I don't even know exactly what's in it, but they'll say, well, I don't have, I could put some Kahlua in with some caramel vodka. And I'm like, sure, whatever. Like, I don't even know what's in a real one, but I notice that's one that changes all the time, and people get creative when they don't have whatever is traditional in it. And I did look it up. I can't remember, or you looked it up. Someone screenshotted it and gave it to me. One of my friends.
Oh, really?
Just because of this conversation, but it's whatever. It's I think it's espresso Well, I think espresso might be a liqueur, and then vodka.
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. But I've been. We had this conversation the other day. I wanted to educate myself on what alcohol does to the body, because I see on YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
Why are you holding this?
Trying to make us drink. But anyway, I see videos all the time that say, "This is why I quit drinking," and usually I just pass them by, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll learn something, about what it does to the body that I don't know, that'll educate me." And then every time, like when I watch one of those videos, they're talking about all these benefits, and they'll say, "I just got tired of not being able to remember the night, and then hearing about it from my friends the next day, and then waking up feeling like shit." And like I was saying to you, you're not drinking, you're getting trashed.
You're getting hammered.
Yeah, there's a big difference between that, but that's where everybody goes, and just like I heard a judge, what is his name, Fleischer. Actually, he's one of my favorite judges to watch on what's the court show?
Cam.
Court Cam, and I see him on YouTube, and he really calls cops out a lot of times for the way that they just twist the narration to fit, a crime so they can have a W, So yeah. Whatever. One person, the cop said, or he said to the cop, what was your probable cause? And he said, well, originally she didn't use her turn signal or some shit, whatever he made up. And then he said, and then she admitted she'd had 2 drinks, and the judge was like, yeah, 2 drinks, and that was hours ago. You process 1 drink every hour. I'm so tired of you guys doing this. He's really cool, and I've heard him say that. Damn, what was I getting to? I got jet lag in my fucking head from traveling. Anyway, I looked up today though some other stuff, and just like Judge Fleischer said though, if you process 1 drink an hour, then that's not over drinking. If depending on how many you have, if you have 12 or 15 in a sitting in 12 or 15 hours. No, but I think, like I said, 3 or 4 is kind of where they drinks is where they consider the cutoff for moderate drinking. They meaning, there's a bunch of different videos and ranges, but that's some shit that I learned though. But when it sits in you, it is toxic. So after, I guess, your liver processes the ethanol, it makes this shit, I can't remember what it's called, that you don't want in your body. And so, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people will go straight to, well, I'm an alcoholic, I can't have 1 drink without having 15 or whatever. And
yeah,
so, yeah, well, good to know yourself. But anyway,
Are you hot?
well, I mean, I've been told.
I get told that all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable, baby.
Hey, gang, you want to hear a story? I got a good one. I don't think I ever told this story actually on a podcast. And, well, it's worthwhile considering what I'm sponsoring right now. Okay, so once I was offered some gummies by a friend. I took those gummies. I waited for the right moment, or at least what I thought to be the right moment to take those gummies. I took 1. Waited. Didn't work. This isn't doing anything. Took another one. Well, you know what happens after that. Rough times for Dominic D'Angelo. I found myself naked in the bathroom thinking I was passing away. Well, yes, I learned my lesson. Very much so in that moment. Well, the next day, because I was too hysterical to kind of make any sound choice of reason at that point in time, being naked on the bathroom floor. However, You will not find yourself in an embarrassing situation if you choose IndaCloud. Boom. That's one of our great sponsors here at RVD. IndaCloud is, yes, you got so many great options when it comes to it. Take a look at this stuff right here. Boom. Look at that package. We got the gummies there. You got IndaCloud Pop Rock Fizz. There's also Dope Rope. You can't really see that. It's a little blue strip right there that if you see it, but Dope Rope there. And then, hey, look, they got the dosage right on the package, so you know the kind of amount you're taking, the kind of amount you're enjoying. So yes, IndaCloud is the way to go. And we at RVD TV, at One of a Kind here with RVD, have a special deal for our listeners. That is correct. So if you happen to be 21 or older, that's right, head to indacloud.co and use code RVD for 40% off your first order, plus free shipping. It's IndaCloud's biggest sale of the year, and it's live all month long. No 12-hour panic buys here. That's indacloud.co, code RVD, 40% off, free shipping, and the only Black Friday upgrade that comes with actual belly laughs and not lying.
Anyway,
Katie, what's your go-to drink when obviously you were able to drink?
I like vodka.
You like vodka? Yeah.
I like vodka.
My responsible drink is vodka and cranberry, but if I was in a crazy wild mood, then it would be a double vodka shot.
Yeah. Oh, vodka cranberry is my go-to too. It is. It's my big one.
Yeah.
In college, especially, it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Moscow Mule.
The Moscow Mule, yeah, Rob knows. I got a Moscow Mule when I was with him. They're great. I love Moscow Mules now.
Yeah, I don't remember what it tastes like, but I think I liked it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's pretty addicting.
Yeah,
But,
sometimes I drink beer. Although it's been a while since beer really sounded good, but I don't know. I guess like right after a match or something like that. Fuck yeah, pouring sweat like my ass off. But anyway,
you can show that.
I know. We'll transition right into this, but outside of that, I just have champagne and the coffee drinks that to choose from, which is martini espresso and Irish coffee. Irish coffee being my favorite, but sometimes I usually have that hot, and sometimes you don't want a hot drink. And a lot of times they don't have the coffee at a bar. They'll say, "Oh, I don't have the coffee. I can make something else." But I don't really know what to order.
Being pregnant, I don't miss alcohol that much. I miss smoking more.
Do you?
Yeah, because then when I smell him light up and it's like a fresh doobie in the flower, it smells so good. Then I'm like, ooh, that smells really nice. Yeah.
Speaking of, one of our sponsors tonight is in the name of Mr. Hulk Hogan, the Immortal. We have sent to us here at One of a Kind Podcast Studios.
Real American.
Real American beer. Yes.
Real American beer. Heck
So,
yeah.
As you guys know, Hulk was like really working hard on promoting this brand. I thought, man, that's really cool. A lot of people in the comments, I noticed, well, not a lot, but I noticed in the comments, some people, and I see this often, RVD needs to have his own strain. That would be more appropriate than not having a beer. But thing is, the beer can be like in normal stores and shit, and that's really cool. Sure. And more people drink than smoke weed. Still in society, it's still more accepted, and it's part of traditional celebration. After a victory or something, you start by pouring champagne or beer all over yourselves. Anyway,
and this is a light beer. It says it has 110 calories and 4 carbs. Real American together, one beer at a time.
Yay!
Yeah. I liked it. I had it when I was at WrestleMania in Philly. I had it and it was good.
What did you think, brother?
It was great, dude. Let me tell you something, Jack. It was great.
Someone made when we were at the Hulk Hogan's hangout, and after his service, somebody made the comment. It was like Paps, I think. Is that right? You think?
They compared it
I
to
think it's
that.
better than Pabst. I think
So.
I don't know. I only drink
I
cider
don't know.
beer.
Yeah, I can't. I don't remember.
I like Pabst. Kind of hits me like I feel like I'm waiting for a headache after I drink.
I might be
PBR.
wrong about that.
Waiting for a headache.
I thought that's what they said. Maybe it was
Headache loading.
Was it a Miller Lite? I don't know. Old Milwaukee. They're all the same. I don't know. I really don't know which. But I think. But yeah. Anyway, I heard that Judge Fleischer in one of the court cam cases when a cop was there for a ticket that was being appealed for driving under the influence, and same thing, and the person said that they had like one or two drinks, and that was all that they drank, and Judge Fleischer said to the cop, Officer Dominic, Officer D'Angelo, Deputy D'Angelo. Are you under the impression that it's illegal to drink and then drive?
That was what I thought, Your Honor. Yes.
So you think it's illegal to drink and drive?
Yes.
It's not illegal to drink and drive. It's only after you've had a certain amount. Only if your blood alcohol level is above 0.08. I'm so tired of you guys doing this to people all the time.
I need to fill my quota.
Right.
But that's an interesting thing that people don't really understand because they go, and I'm not promoting that you drink and drive.
Yeah.
A lot of people are already going to hate me for even just explaining this part. But yeah, it's not illegal. It's illegal to go past a certain limit and then drive. You know, if it was really illegal to drive after having any drinks, they would totally have to change the system for being able to drive to and from a bar, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And then if pull them out of grocery stores. No, they don't drink at grocery stores.
Right. Yeah.
I guess bars, clubs, just anyway, there's a lot of trust put on people being reasonable, and I'm not putting judgment on that. I'm just saying that's what it is, and you don't want that taken away from you to where it's just like, don't even give them a chance to judge for themselves. Just fuck it. If they had anything, fuck it, throw them in jail, put them in a cage.
Rob, what were some like rules of the road when you were like riding with Sabu or anybody basically, like when it came to like drinking on the road? How did you guys handle that in the most like efficient way possible without getting into trouble, basically?
Well, for the most part, I wasn't drinking during most of the time being around Sabu. Sometimes if we'd go to strip club, that would be special. I'd have maybe a couple beers, but normally that wasn't my thing. However, Stomas was our thing, and that's maybe even worse than drinking. It's definitely something that gets bad when it's one of several things that's in a big mixture of like the wrestler's cocktail. But like in from 90, 96, 97, those early or mid to later 90s when we had the Winnebago, it's amazing that nobody got hurt a lot of times when we were driving that. One of us would be falling asleep and we'd have to pull over and switch drivers. Usually I was the straightest one, but Sabu was very like, no, I got it. Come on, man, let me drive. He was always like that. always like that. But yeah, we didn't really drink that much. But of course I got a million stories. I can think of so many of I just thought about Tommy Rogers. Like one time he rode with us in ECW and he was new, that definitely with our clique. And so we told him he had to drive so we could eat the somas, because that's what we were doing. Jamming. That's what we called it. Jamming. And stupid. But we pulled off on a truck on an exit off of the interstate up there, because you can only go like one way on those, and there's a big median, but they have the truck stops on the highway, and then afterwards, Tommy's driving, and I was noticing that he was driving really, really, really slow on the interstate, and he was just holding the wheel, and he was going like 30 miles an hour. And, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, Tommy, you all right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, you sure you're driving really slow, dude? I'm good. And I'm looking at him, and pretty soon I notice that he brought us around and is taking us back towards the town that we just left.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was like, motherfucker, you're going the wrong way. What are you doing? And then he was like, I guess I mistimed the somas. You took some somas at the fucking truck stop. You knew you had to pay for us. That was your responsibility. He said, I know. I just thought, like maybe 3 or 4 would help me relax and make the drive go by. I just, I don't know. It kicked in more. I was like, man, give me the fucking keys.
I bet there were GPS errors back in the day when y'all didn't have GPSs and you like had like a map to look at. Like take the wrong exit, and then you're like, wait, I saw this 4 hours ago. We went the wrong way.
So many times. Yeah.
That'd be so confusing before GPS.
Yeah.
I would be lost. I would so be lost without like a GPS.
Or maybe I'll print it out a MapQuest paper.
I missed a show in South Carolina one time. Was it South or North? I think it was South. But I missed the show because I kept taking the all these little country roads, and I kept and I had the atlas and my directions, and I kept I don't know if we had cell phones, because I just remember I kept calling Greg Price because he was the booker, but I was too. It was both our shows. Like, and then I guess I must have
pulled over at a gas station to use a payphone.
And I had a phone, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is ancient.
This reminded me of another time when I was leaving Savannah, I think, to go to Brunswick, Georgia, I think. But anyway, a semi truck had rolled over. It was on its side, and it was right across all the lanes, and on the sides of the road, there was nowhere for you to go around. There was too big of a ditch, or there was a guardrail or something, and so we were all just stuck, like, for the longest time. And I was supposed to be somewhere and meet some cop about the DARE program fundraiser. I couldn't even, I remember I had to wait, it took forever till we finally got to move so that I could pull over to the gas station and make the call.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
Rob, was this when you were like known, or was this in your earlier days?
This was just independent. Like,
this is independent. Okay, independent time.
Days, yeah, Georgia, Carolina days.
Oh, okay.
No headlines there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
The show that I missed, I think that's one of only, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 shows, even counting signings.
And then the one where you went there and it was snowed out and you drove all the way there.
I get a credit for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You that one, Rob?
Yeah.
That one. If y'all haven't heard the story on this one is well known, because it was when I was in WCW. So it's the winter, early '93, and could have even been December '92, but I don't think so. But anyway, the show is in a town called White, Georgia, which is up in the mountains and in North Georgia.
It's like where my dad lives, kind of.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, coming from down below, man, it was just this, like, scary roads. to get there, and the weather was fine on the way there, but you couldn't go very fast because you were like winding and looking over the side of a mountain, and there wasn't even guardrails for most of it.
Scary. And you could have ran over black ice and been dead.
Why do the guys got to be black?
It was in white Georgia.
You said I run over some black guys?
No, black ice.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it called black ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called black ice.
Just checking. But it was scary under normal conditions on the way there. I was like, holy shit, this is one of the most dangerous rides. Had to keep hitting the brake and, trying to get a little speed and then hitting the brake. Like, whoa, keep hugging those curves. Anyway, got to the show, got in White, Georgia. I'm on early. I wrestled William Regal, and but it's snowing now, and they keep saying that it's going to be a pretty bad snowstorm we're going to get hit with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ricky Steamboat and Shane Douglas wrestled Steve Austin and I think Brian Pillman, the Hollywood Blondes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Chris Benoit wrestled somebody. I think Too Cold Scorpio.
How do you remember the card?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty good, though, Rob.
Yeah.
No, Scorp was in a tag match.
That's so weird.
Scorp was in a tag match. I know.
Because how do you have time to think about your match and everyone else?
Well, not everyone's, but I don't know. The Hollywood Blondes, that was the main event. Those guys were okay, but anyway, everyone's like, wow, they're saying that the snow is like really, really bad outside, and the news kept getting worse and worse, and I'm up first or second match. I can't remember right now. I usually do know that, but after my match, I left. I was living in Augusta at the time, so it should have only been maybe like a 2-hour drive, I think. But instead, it ended up taking me, I don't know, maybe like 8 hours or something.
Wow.
It was so bad. It was like where you can't see ahead of you. Everything is just white, literally in White, Georgia. And so I remember how scary the roads were that I'm on right now. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm just going to drive right off a cliff and not even know. And I could see about maybe like 3 feet in front of the car. So I could see the tire tracks in the snow of the car that was ahead before me as the tracks were filling in. And that's all I had to go by. And I was thinking, oh my God, if this guy drove off a cliff, I'm going to drive off too.
You're going to go with him.
That's all I could see. Couldn't see anything else. And it was so scary. And like my back was so tense on the ground. And I grew up in that kind of shit, so it's always sucked, but it's something, that I was able to make it through. Anyway, it took me forever. And then I got home to my place. And then the next day we had another show in Concord, North Carolina, and it was, the snow was still bad, and so I fucking drove up there. It took 2 or 3 times as long as it should have, and as far as I could see, I could always see a car or a truck that was wiped out. As soon as I would pass one, I could see the next one. On the sides of the road, and I was going in between them and trying to steer, and fucking went all the way up to fucking Concord, North Carolina, to be at this show. And when I finally got there was no cars.
Nobody was there.
Nobody was there. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And I went up to open up the door, and it was locked. But there was a sign in the window that said the show had been canceled.
Oh my God. And they couldn't text back then.
Right. So I was upset, you know, and felt like I didn't mean very much because I didn't, because I was young and little Robbie V, you know, little scrub. But it, you know, it definitely made, I was like, fuck, man, I could have died. But what happened was everybody else got stuck in white. Nobody made it out.
You made it out though.
Yeah, and they got snowed in for days. They all in one hotel. They ran out of food. It was like a really big deal. And I think I'm the only one that made it out. If anyone else made it out of there, I don't know who it was.
Damn, that's crazy. So in a way, you kind of lucked out in a certain way. Like,
so that I wasn't so pissed when I found that out.
Yeah, holy shit, that's crazy.
Did you go home after Augusta?
Went home after Concord, back to Augusta, and then when I told them, they paid me for the show.
Oh, that's nice.
But I mean, yeah, it was like a whopping $150. That's what I was making back then, $150.
Oh man, anything helped back then though, right?
I'm surprised in pro wrestling there hasn't been more traveling tragedies for how much traveling is involved with the job.
Yeah, I mean, just living out on the streets.
Yeah,
your chance of survival is so much less than if you're home and don't go anywhere. If you're a cat that just watches outside the window, you know, over a street cat. But and then when you're driving, who was it that was saying how much more dangerous it is when you're facing traffic?
Oh, it was a corner. I was watching the Theo Vaughn podcast, and he interviewed a coroner, and the coroner was saying, like, even if it adds 30 minutes to your trip, take the road that has more lanes, because the 2-lane roads where you're going this way and someone's going this way, and you're both going like 70 miles an hour, you're trusting each other so much that someone doesn't get into your lane and head on.
Wow.
You ever think about that? Like when you're going so fast and they're only like sometimes like 6 to 8 feet away from, distance. Like if they swerve over a little bit or they're not paying attention, or it is really dangerous.
That brought a lot of attention to it, and the coroner saying it. That means he's seen a lot of shit through that for him to mention it. And then we take roads like that all the time traveling. It's scary, especially being pregnant. Then I try to be even more just aware of my surroundings and safety.
But by the way, honorable mentions for some wrestlers that have passed from car accidents are Junkyard Dog, Adrian Adonis, Joey Morella, the referee, Gorilla Monsoons.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe is the latest one.
Mike Lazansky didn't die, but it started his downfall because his face looked different after plastic surgery or something after a really bad accident, and most likely he was already somewhat up when he got in the accident because that's what we were doing back then, and he was driving, and it was hard to recognize the last time I saw him, but not long after that, I guess he took one too many.
Damn.
One of those things where the family can find peace in saying, no, it was cardiac arrest, but that's just like a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh man, such a sad thing. And it is surprising. Like, you think about like how often you guys travel, and like it's like, it's kind of shocking that it doesn't happen as often, knock on wood and everything. But
they go. We're saying RVs are even more dangerous.
Yeah,
RVs.
Cars. Yeah, RVs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. RVs.
Hey, it's Dominic D'Angelo of RVD TV, one of a kind with RVD, that is. And hey, we got one of our best sponsors here. That is none other than Mando. Man, I love the Mando because it makes you feel good, makes you feel confident, and you smell like an adult when you use it. I'm watching NFL football back here. I'm not sweating, but if I was, I'd be using Mando, like one of these deodorant sprays. This is the Pro Sport. My favorite is the Mount Fuji, but Pro Sport is also really good. And if you're ever in a pinch, you just need a little freshen up here, boom, you just spray this down wherever, and you smell dang good. You smell like an adult. You don't smell like a college bro when you use Mando. That is a fact and a half and if you are a college bro and you use Mando, you're a step ahead of the game. You're not going to smell like everybody else. So definitely take advantage of Mando here. We at RVD TV, at One of a Kind with RVD, have something very special for you, and that is the Shop Mando Starter Pack. Yes, you can get $5 off your first starter pack here when you use Mando and you use our promo code RVD. So Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant. Yes, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes. If you can, maybe try to get the deodorant spray, and free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code. Use code RVD at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them that One of a Kind sent you. Mando's got you covered with deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains and hello to long-lasting freshness.
Did I tell you? I probably told you the story of Shelly Martinez and why Sabu.
With Sabu?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Sabu was like, they got into it. Was whose car was it, Rob? Because it was somebody's car, right?
So we all are at the car rental place, having flown into an airport, and we're on our way to Town A. A bunch of us back in the when WWE had ECW during those days. And anyway, Sabu said that he would ride with Sandman and Test, and or maybe Test was supposed to ride with Shelly Martinez, because I don't know how she fit in the picture. But anyway, Sabu wanted to ride with me, and so he ditched them, rode with me. But he said somehow he was on the hook for the car, that like Shelly had to use her card for the car that Sandman and Test rented, and I don't know why they didn't have their own card or whatever, but they didn't, I guess. And Sabu was like, told Shelly, if anything happens to the car, I'll pay for it. Just please, just all we gotta do, I'll pay for it. We just need your name. We just need to use the card so we can get there. And so anyway, he's riding with me. I don't know who she's riding with. I don't even know. But Test and Sandman are in another car, and it is so fucking foggy. I don't know where we're at, but the fog was so bad and so thick, it was dangerous. And pretty soon Sabu's phone rings. He's like, "Hello, what? Oh fuck!" And hangs up. He says, "They got an accident. They hit a deer." And I'm like, "Dude, they're ribbing you, bro." And he's like, "No, I don't think so. It didn't sound like it." I said, "Bro, but you said, like, if anything happens, you got to pay for it." So of course they're just fucking you got. He's like, okay, I hope so. I don't think so though. I don't know. And they called again, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh fuck, really? Fuck." And he hangs up, and we're driving, and pretty soon we pull up on a car that has spun the fuck off the road and crashed into the side barrier, and a fucking dead deer that it had hit in that fog that had been tracked. And it was a pretty gruesome scene, a lot of blood. And Sabu had to explain to his wife why he had to reach in and pocket each into his pocket and fund $30,000 to fucking Avis Rent-A-Car, because of course they didn't get the insurance on it. And that was one of the things that he told me he had to had to eat, because she really put up with it, with a lot of shenanigans, and that was one of them. Especially because it was for Shelly, and so
she was like, "Why are you helping this lady?"
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh man.
And Sabu's already like, "Oh, I don't like her. Maybe your boobies, your boobies."
Did he like her?
He did.
He had a crush.
She was attractive.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Dom?
She was attractive. I remember her.
Okay.
I don't know what she retired like not long after that. I don't think she didn't wrestle that much afterwards. Like after leaving WWE, I don't think.
Sabu was nice to people, even if he didn't have a crush. He was good.
Yeah.
Overly nice and just relevant story on how dangerous it was to drive and I mean, I've been getting in car crashes since I was 17 and first got my license. I think I totaled 5 cars in the first 2 years.
Wow.
I didn't want to drive. I knew that I wasn't good at it, and I didn't want nothing to do with it. I was, nervous and very not encouraged, to get better because I couldn't drive with my mom because anytime, she'd think I was too close or whatever, she'd be like, she'd like oversell. I think everyone knows.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Stop that, Mom. So I'd be like, I don't even want to drive.
You're still like that. If people complain about his driving, he's like, I'm fine with someone else driving.
Yeah, dude. I'm the same.
I'm like totally. You can ride or you can drive, but you can't ride and bitch like you're driving.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it when. Yeah. Oh man, it amps my nerves up too. Like when people are like, "Oh my God," it's just. Ugh.
And then that makes it more stressful.
It does. It does. It's like, why make this experience any more worse than it needs to be?
Right.
James Dean, Jane Mansfield.
Yes.
Of course.
James Dean's a big one.
Who they ever beat?
Jane Mansfield's story sucks because that was a route that I took all the time when I lived in New Orleans, going to Mississippi, because I'm from Atlanta. So I'd go from Atlanta to New Orleans. And she died like on that road from Mississippi to New Orleans, I think around Slidell, Louisiana. So then when we watched that documentary, I was like, damn, that hits even closer to home. I know the area she died in.
Yeah, yeah.
When it comes to delivering flowers for life's special occasions, trust the name that's been setting the standard for nearly 50 years. 1-800-Flowers.com. From breathtaking bouquets to one-of-a-kind arrangements, 1-800-Flowers is your authority on quality blooms. Always fresh, always stunning, always delivered with care. And right now, for a limited time, you can save up to 40% off your bouquet and make someone's day. Save up to 40% off today at 1-800-Flowers.com/WWO. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/WWO.
O'Reilly! You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lowe's knows that saving is always top of mind, especially this season. That's why we've picked some great deals for early Black Friday. Get free select DeWalt, Cobalt, or Craftsman tools when you buy a select battery or combo kit. More tools? Why not? Plus, we've got select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees starting at $59.98 because it's never too early to think Christmas. Get Black Friday prices without the crowds. Lowe's, we help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
Horrible.
And James Dean, he was only 24 when he died, too. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like only 3 big movies he did, and his legacy is like he's legendary. My cat like right up in the grill of
looks like a buffalo. I thought I saw. Yeah, that's amazing. He captured everybody in like just a few movies, and he's a legend up there with Marilyn and Elvis and everybody. Yeah. Man,
crazy. Just crazy to think about. Hey Rob, we had a couple super chats from Maddie from last episode that I
oh yeah, I froze.
Yeah, you froze up. And we were like, what happened to Rob? And I was like, well, I read a couple advertisements. And then I was like, we're going to close out. But Maddie, I'll screenshot your question for Rob.
No.
So here's the first one. What do you think of Dom's Frog Splash, Dom Mysterio, and Cena as the IC champ? I knew you talked about that. We talked about a little bit about the IC champ.
Right. And I think it's awesome that I like Dom's Frog Splash because I think the whole character of him representing Eddie is great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time I see him and his mullet haircut that he's got, and when he does the splash, he does it like Eddie, like he folds in, and it looks like a good tribute, which is also good heat. I like it.
Yeah, it's great. He's great. And his interaction with Cena that on Monday night, I went back and watched after we got done recording, and he's so good. Like he's just this like obnoxious kind of like teenage. I know he's not a teenager, but that's the way he acts basically. And he's like oblivious and talking trash to Cena, calling him an old man and all this stuff. And then he booked himself into a match. Triple H books him in the match with Cena, and then he loses the title. It's just good stuff. It's really fun stuff. So
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of good vibes from it. I heard a lot of good stuff about the show. People were praising what they were doing, which isn't always the case.
Right. And no, this moment when Cena won the title and everything, it felt like a big deal, and it felt like, oh, this is going to be a really historical moment in Raw because the crowd was so electric because they were in Boston for him. In Boston. and so it was a good atmosphere. So it was really nice. So
hey, but speaking of well, actually we already moved on from talking about documentaries, but I wanted to say that we've seen a bunch of good stuff lately. And do you watch Netflix?
Yes I do. Yeah. When I have the time, I do. What documentary are you checking out?
About the mafia stuff on there. I haven't watched the other one because it's dubbed, the Mafia War. There's the
Philly one. You haven't watched that one yet?
That one I have. There's another one on the I can't remember Argonese or whatever. However you say the word. I can't. The one with an A. It came out like right before this one, and I think it's called the Mafia War or something. You haven't seen that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Maybe it's the Norghetti. It's the mobsters from Silly, like the not the Cornelius, but the fucking. Anyway, it's one of those things where I think it was made over there, so you got to read the subtitles, and so that's not something I can watch while I'm in the gym working out because it's too defocusing. But anyway, I just thought. A lot of times people ask, like, what do you do on your own time? And they don't sound like that necessarily when they ask it, but but we like to watch TV, and we love when we find a good documentary or documentary series, a 3-parter or something.
Yeah.
On Netflix, usually. We loves that.
That is our favorite thing to do together.
The documentary stuff is fun. So
it's all family fun time.
We watched the one with the Eileen, the truck driver killer.
Yeah.
The one in Florida, in Ocala, where my mom lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a movie. Megan, what was Dennis Quaid's wife? Megan named? Was it Megan Quaid? But anyway, there was a movie I think it was called Monster they did years ago. Anyway, Eileen, I don't know what it's called, but it's a woman serial killer, which by itself really stands out, and it's the most famous one. But
she's a lesbian.
Is that Charlize Theron? She was in, I think,
yeah, I knew it was. Yeah, thank you.
Cool. I want to see the real movie now because we saw the documentary.
But anyway, yeah, we saw that, and
Don't Date Brandon.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that one.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out.
Yeah, Gone Girl. We have one more episode of that. So
the Gone Girl one is about Long Beach, Long Island, New York, and they found all these women's bodies and stuff, and it's right where we're gonna be on Saturday.
Yep, we're going to Long Island Saturday and signing at the big event, and we're going to Oklahoma on Sunday and signing at
Boom.
wrestling.
Yeah, so I saw that like YouTube Chris put up a promo video that I did for a show in Texas, but we put it up just because it's random footage, but it was put up days after the event, and I'm seeing a bunch of comments of people saying, "What? I live 2 miles from that, would have been there," or how can we doing this now? And so just a heads up, and I will do a video and post it before the event, which means
big
tomorrow.
Event. Yeah.
But yes, heads up. This is Brentwood, New York, so that's on Long Island, and Suffolk County. Remember Suffolk County?
Yep.
We're at the fucking Union Arena.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
Yeah, the whole documentary is all about that whole area.
Wow.
So interesting. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, and then on Sunday, we're at this convention in Oklahoma, and if you as far as I know, Oklahoma's only got 2 big cities. It's got Tulsa and it's got Oklahoma City. If there's anything else, I don't know about it. So this one isn't one of those. What's it say?
You told me on Tuesday. I can't remember what the name of the place was. I'm trying to find it. Prior?
What is it we're looking for? It's that big wrestling convention.
No, the city name.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the name of the city it's in?
Hayes County Event Center in Pryor, Oklahoma.
Pryor.
Okay. I don't know if anyone in the chat room knows, is Pryor by Tulsa or is Pryor by Oklahoma City? Or neither. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't have to be one of those two, but I think it does. And I would like to know where I'm going, and I can tell people as well. If you do know where Pryor is,
I know. Pick me.
She's so smart.
Hey, the girl beside you might know.
Northeast Oklahoma, located about 33 miles from Tulsa.
Okay.
Yep.
Because we fly into Tulsa, and so that's where we will be. So I don't want anybody, saying, how come you didn't say nothing? But I do got to shoot a video, and damn it, I forgot about that, either tonight or tomorrow, and post it, because boom, then it's Saturday and we're off to the races.
Yeah.
Well,
I can make some posts online too before you guys head out too.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll be sure. Okay, Maddie had a couple more super chats from last episode. So here's the second one. CM Punk versus RVD would be sick. Papa H needs to call RVD. He wants to see you fight CM Punk, Rob.
Yeah, they only did a thing together at Elimination Chamber. They never wrestled a singles match.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy to think. It never happened.
True.
I knew he wrestled Raven before. He feuded with Raven for a while, but
and Robin and
I wrestled Raven in originally CW and also in WWE when I had the Hardcore Title.
Whoa, okay.
Valparaiso, Indiana, in WWE in 2001. You were saying how it's weird how
it's just random how like some people you wrestled over and over and some people he never wrestled at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Foley,
right.
Goldberg,
right.
Shawn Michaels.
No, I did wrestle him,
but not a lot, right?
No, I think twice maybe.
Okay. CM Punk.
Yeah. But it's also weird how I remember, but it was Valparaiso, Indiana, when I had the Hardcore Title. And this was during the time when we had A, B, and C shows, because there was so much talent that all came into WWE in 2001 when they acquired WCW and ECW. So that's when I was main eventing with the Hardcore Title, gave too much prestige to the Hardcore Championship. Nobody wanted it to be taken seriously. So what do? They got rid of it. When you retire a belt, you put it on RVD's waist, because they did that with the European belt.
What?
And was there something else?
You should have got to keep the belt then.
Well,
I know. I blamed McFoley for years for accepting the hardcore belt as a gift, and I always said that I would have liked to have had it, and that he had it. But he told me like a year ago that no, he doesn't have it. So he says you're a tree, mister.
Yeah. I wonder who has it then.
Yeah, he told me, but I can't remember.
It's under someone's bed somewhere.
Or at least where it went from him, if it ever was in his hands. Like, I think he said they gave it to him on the air, but then afterwards someone else took it, I think, and then he never had it. If I remember right, he definitely said that no, I'm not correct in thinking that he had it all.
I have his email. I'll have to.
Anyway, during this match in Valparaiso, Indiana, we're at a high school. That's the thing, too. We had the A, B, and C shows. We were doing a lot of small towns, small buildings, and I was hating it because there was a lot of driving with those because airports don't go to small little towns.
Right.
And then I was always like, why? Like how come we making that much money at these little tiny shows here? Anyway, it was during that time I wrestled Raven the last, and I hit him with a trash can and split him open. And after the match, he was like, why did you hit me with the seam of the trash can? Like right there, you hit me with the seam because I busted him open. Yeah. That was hurting everybody. Or busting them open.
Oh.
And I said, there's a seam on it? And it was like a real question. Like I never even looked or thought about a seam or tried to do a seam or whatever. And then he just popped. He just kind of laughed. And that was like the whole conversation.
But then the bad thing about them doing little shows like that is you're risking your body. You're risking injuries for like a smaller amount of people to see.
That's how it felt.
And there's no like turning it down for you. You're all the way all the time.
But And they were feeling like we got all these guys in contract right now. We've acquired all these companies. We need to keep them busy instead of sitting at home eating up the money. And when they bought WCW, the guys that had contracts got a choice. They could either get their contracts bought out for half, as I understand it, and then come and work, or they could sit home and keep making the money that they're getting paid. And which one I would have went for.
Yeah, right. That's what a lot of the stars went for, like Goldberg and Nash and Hall. Well, I don't know if Hall was under that, but yeah, like a lot of those stars. That's why you didn't see so many of the big names like show up at WWE from WWE.
Too. That's like I say this a lot, but in 2005. When I had to get my one and only surgery I've ever had, which was a reconstructed knee, I had 12 months off. And during that time, I remember thinking, man, I think this is my favorite time of my career, getting paid to stay home, and I don't have to put up with all the bullshit and the traveling and the politics and
the injuries are the best thing to happen to me.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Because I had no guarantee, and that was still coming. And then I thought, now I'm going to have to work this shit off, and I'm already going to owe them because they paid me. So how's that going to work? And that's not how it worked. I just got extended and paid more for that extended time that I had to do to make up for it.
Yeah, that's great, which is really great. Even though it's such a daunting schedule at that point in time, too. Ugh. Katie, did you feel the same way too when you didn't have to wrestle as much? Like when it came to, having a little more downtime, were you like, man, I like this a lot more than actual being in the grind of the wrestling aspect?
I don't think so, because I never had a schedule as hard as Rob. So traveling or wrestling is still like really exciting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think I ever felt any kind of burnout in my time in wrestling. Because even when me and Rob were at Impact, I would be like skipping and dancing to the ring, like on like a high, like, oh my God, I'm so excited to do this. And Rob's like, another day at work, It's like
Yeah, that makes it a little different for sure.
And even now I miss it. And people are like, "Are you gonna wrestle?" Well, people ask me, "Are you wrestling now?" And I'm like, "No, I'm very pregnant." But hopefully, like after the kids get here, I can wrestle again.
Yeah, do a little bit. Yeah, but after the fact too, which would be nice. Yeah, heck yeah. Maddie's third question from last episode was thoughts on Logan Paul, Heyman, and the two Brawns being together, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. What do you think of like Logan Paul teaming up with Paul Heyman? You probably haven't seen too much of it, if any, but they aligned. And what do you think of Logan Paul, though, Rob?
He is. I think that he's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
And also a good heat magnet.
Yeah,
he's easy to not like. He's definitely not someone that came up the traditional way,
mm-hmm.
you know, paying dues, stuff like that. But also his athleticism and success cannot be denied. So, you know, he's like when I was in ECW saying, "Hey, I know you all bought a ticket just to see me. I'm the whole fucking show." And then I'll go and back it up. And the crowd and I were connected. And during, you know, some of those shows, it was just like incredible, the feeling afterwards. You know what I mean? Putting all that on you. Because like we talk about this all the time. Every single wrestling promo is I'm the best. Nobody can beat me. Here's why. That's everybody, you know. And then you really got to perform after that, though, after you say that, you know what I mean? And you got to get the people to believe you're the best. Otherwise, was it successful or no, you know?
Right.
So, but with Logan Paul, can't be denied.
No, he's like got that natural athletic ability, but what he's great about too, and like so many modern wrestlers are really apprehensive to embrace, is being that chicken shit heel. Like he's not afraid to show that he's like, if like trouble gets into his way, he's not afraid to show that he's a coward as a heel. Like, and it's pretty cool to see that because like he's so new to the business, but at the same time too, he's like not so wrapped up into it. He's like, oh, I got to protect myself and worry about how I'm going to look like. I want to be this anti-hero kind of cool heel where he's not afraid to show that he's a chicken shit. And that's kind of the big thing I took away from him too, that I really appreciate.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, you have to love the, you know, performing in that manner to be able to do it. You know what I mean? It's not something you can really just fake your way through unless that's the vibe and your character, you know, that you're miserable, in which case you might be able to pull that off. But he's easy to hate also because he's so rich and has, you know, the house the size of the fucking hotel and the beautiful wife and his brother too. Like, you know, who wanted his brother to beat Mike Tyson? You know what I mean?
Right. Nobody, yeah.
You wanted Mike Tyson to win that match, but you can't deny him because he won the match. You know?
Right.
He won the fucking fight.
You're still gonna hate, you know, and say that Mike threw it or whatever. But for the majority of it, man, you're watching it happen. So you're seeing is believing.
And the other added element too is he's just a YouTube sensation, you know? It's like he doesn't have a tie. He's not like a movie star. He's not some pro athlete that's coming in. He's just like a YouTube guy. So it's like that's where his popularity came in. So it makes him all the more like, who the fuck is this guy like coming in and trying to wrestle and stuff? So
Since you put it that way, isn't that what Matt Cardona did?
Well, but Matt Cardona, though, he was a wrestler starting off, and then he started embracing YouTube to kind of promote himself more, where Logan Paul was just like a content creator that comes from the YouTube strictly. He wasn't like a wrestler beforehand or anything to that. Whereas it's like he's kind of just like this YouTube guy that creates so if it's like somebody my age or older, they'll be like, why is this guy so popular? I don't understand it. Like people don't get it, but like a younger generation would.
Yeah, that's heat too.
Yeah, like it's like young people like streamers. They like to watch streaming, like Kai Sinnott and stuff like that, where older people be like, "What is this?"
Yeah, right.
The young people's attention now.
Yeah, that's what the focus is and everything. So
Yeah.
It's fun stuff. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he does a great job and everything. But and he's going to be in the Survivor Series match. It looks like too coming up. So
cool. Yeah.
What do you think about?
When you were talking about the tournament to decide who Cena's last opponent is, I heard you say tournament, but in my mind, I was thinking it was like a one night thing, and in my mind, even though you said tournament, I was thinking like a battle royal,
Yeah.
And then I looked it up and I heard, because it said Cena announces the tournament, and I'm like, yeah, when is this? Thinking it was going to be like maybe towards the end of December or so. I don't know. But he said like starting next week. And so now I get it. It's going to be something that continues on and stuff like that. And so someone being in it would have to have several matches as opposed to Battle Royal, which is, not even a full match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's perspectively, I say not a full match. It is, but you know what I mean? When a Battle Royal, you're one of 10, 15, 20 guys. You a lot of times, depending on how long you're in the fucking ring for, your workload is way less than having, like, say, a singles match for 15 minutes. And anyway, yeah, sounds like that's probably going to be a little early for me.
Yeah, it's going to be they started off, I think the first two matches happened on Raw on Monday.
Yeah, they did. Okay.
Yeah, so the first two, like Sheamus advanced, and then Rusev advanced in his match. So they're the two moving on. But then they have like LA Knights fighting a mystery opponent, and then I think Solo Sikoa is fighting somebody too. I can't remember if that's a mystery opponent too, but they have a couple surprises in store. But then on top of it, so yeah, it's going to be, and then Cena's final match is on December 13th on Saturday night's main event is when his final match will be at.
On what date?
December 13th.
Oh, okay. I don't want to spoil alert, or no, I don't want to spoil for anybody, but I heard there's a really good chance it's going to be Disco Inferno.
That's what I heard too. So I think that's been reported in several outlets. It's Disco Inferno.
Okay, I didn't want to be the one to let the cat out the bag.
Man. No, you're good. I think Meltzer and everybody got a hold of that one first.
It's going to be on like a ringside news type clip, like RVD spoils who his it's going to be, and people are going to read the whole thing and then get to that.
It'll just spread. Yeah, so ringside news will report it like it's legitimate. Robert RVD knows the final opponent to contact.
You gave me this, right?
Yes, I did. That's the Untapped T-shirt.
So nice, and it's double-sided.
Double-sided shirt.
How cool is that?
All right,
I'll have to promote them this week. Look at that. Yeah, shout out to those guys. They immediately got a hold of me when not long after Sabu passed, and they said, "Hey, we want to make T-shirts for him, and we'll make all proceeds go to his family." And
that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's a really nice T-shirt.
Yeah, it's a super nice T-shirt.
Is that the dude that had the thing in Philly? Some J Money or whatever.
J Rhymes.
I don't know if it was J Rhymes or what, but I don't think it was. I think it was a separate thing. But I'll have to look into it again because they got a hold of me immediately on Instagram, and they're like, "Hey, would you be all right if we made a shirt and we give all the proceeds to Sabu's family?" I was like, "Heck yeah!" So they did a limited run of those. And so I've had that for several months now, but it's awesome. It's an awesome.
Okay, yeah. And it's thick, made for living somewhere cold.
Yes, exactly. You could have wore that in Pittsburgh, Rob. Oh, look at this. That's awesome.
That's me in the middle.
With Cheech and Chong. How great is that?
Hey, those guys could not keep up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they gotta keep it.
Yeah.
You look high in it too.
I know, but you should have. Hey, man, what happened to the joint, man?
Put it closer to the camera so they can see the details.
Why can't I figure this out?
You almost got it. There it is. You got it. Yeah, look at that. You look high as fuck, Rob.
You look so high.
But I was swimming and they just
That's
put
awesome.
chlorine in the pool before that.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. And also, this is really cool. So these are from the Battleground collectible signing that I did in Texas.
Oh, nice.
Baby, they're going to have giant Kali there.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Kali.
Great Kali. But it's like not till like sometime next year.
Yeah.
Those are nice little 8x10s.
One more little piece of art in RVD.
Ooh. It's like comic book style.
Yeah. I got another bigger poster of some pretty cool action shots like that. Or maybe it's the same ones.
I love you.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Cool stuff, man. I'm enjoying collecting and keeping this stuff, and I'll be hanging it up as I build my man cave.
Yeah. You got a lot of good stuff going on there. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird when you start streaming from your new man cave.
It won't be weird at all, baby.
Well, it'll be new.
It'll be an updated man cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new studio he'll be in.
That'll be sweet. Heck yeah. That'll be awesome.
I move around the house a little bit.
That's
anyway,
true.
So.
Yeah, you travel. You got different.
Take this show on the road.
Yeah, right. Maddie, he says the difference between snowmen and snow women, snowballs.
Oh,
Good job. Good job.
Nice
Good
stuff.
on you.
He follows up.
Truth's opponent. That's what Jordan Case said.
Yeah.
Wait, what did they say?
They said you can be our truth's opponent, RVD. And then there's question marks, even though it's a statement.
Yes. You can be our truth opponent, RVD?
You could be RVD? Or wait,
You?
you could be our truth's opponent, RVD?
Let me see this other super chat Maddie had.
Your Marcus D'Angelo, Dom's bro, is one of the surprise entries.
That's could you imagine? Oh my god.
I read it from E.
Dom, has
Yes.
said your brother looks like Harlem Lewis from LFG.
Oh really? I'll have to look that up.
Yeah,
I think you and your brother look like Harlem Lewis.
that's
Harlem,
fine.
I'll have to look him up. Harlem Lewis. Let me take a look real quick. Lewis. Oh, I can see it. I
Yeah.
definitely see it. He does look like our middle brother or something.
Yeah. It looks like both of y'all at the same damn time.
Wow, yes.
Brothers Grimm, appreciate the comment. RVD's the GOAT.
Yeah, that's right.
Underrated.
He knows it.
Change the game.
If there's a Mount Rushmore for underrated talent, man, yeah. Boy, yeah, you definitely. I don't know if you're underrated though. I think you're underpaid.
Underpaid, yeah.
Underpaid. That's the way to. Yes.
Love in the streets.
Super chat from Maddie says, "Heroes forever, legends never die. Pack them if you got them. Let's get high with one of a kind. Dom and RVD's hot wife. Shout out Van Dam fan. We got to be somewhere." Thanks, Maddie.
Gotta be somewhere.
Got to be somewhere. That's right.
So true.
Yes. That statement has given me so much patience in life.
Yeah.
We showed the action figures that Mattel put out
They're so
of me, right?
cute.
On,
Yeah.
the new
Well,
Walmart.
did you show the physical ones? Because I don't know if you showed the physical ones. I think we pulled them up, right?
I just have pictures of the physical
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, we showed them. We showed them the Robbie V one and then
Yeah.
your Tiger Stripe one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you believe they have to send me that shit?
They haven't sent it to you?
No, yeah, the Target exclusive. I got a box for that one, but not for the Walmart ones. And
Walmart.
and it stresses me out because that Robbie V one's going to be hard to find.
That's a sweet figure too.
I think it's a chase.
Yeah, it's
The
a chase
book-
version of it. I think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It only comes like one per store or something. I think if
Well,
I'm, that's it. One
They
per store.
better fucking have one for RVD.
Yes, they got to send you one. It's kind of ridiculous.
But I'm sure if you enjoy the hobby of collecting, and sometimes I think sometimes you got to enjoy the hunt too. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, that's kind of the thrill. It's the thrill of the chase, like the world title. Like Dusty
Yeah,
Rhodes.
that's part of it. I like to have the display and I like being a completist. Like there's only 2 figures that I know of that I don't have, so I kind of just want to have them. I think I just buy them if I could, but yeah, part of it for me definitely is the thrill. At least it'll be awesome when I do score it. You know, like if you think the action figure with the Japanese flag that was pulled,
Yeah,
man, that one is mega rare and worth a lot of money if you find one, especially in a package. And the one that I have is from a fan giving it to me.
wow.
Yeah, I had one give me one out of the package one time, and I was like, dude, that's so fucking awesome. And then another one, he gave it to me in the package, and that's just so cool. You know what I mean? Like he was like, no, I know you need to have this. So
How
I'm
cool
sure
is that?
I have good faith. I'm optimistic that I will get the new ones, but I haven't seen them in person myself yet. But I know Ben has in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Ben,
he sent me the photo.
So any of the fans listening that's going to see us in person can bring you one if they find it.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I was someone. Pizza Thai Ben actually wanted to make sure that I'd seen it and said that they're getting pretty pricey on eBay, which I haven't seen. I don't know
I believe it.
how pricey, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe-
I believe
Maybe
I
I'll
bet you.
buying it. I've done that
Well, we don't even
before
go
a
out.
long time ago.
How are we going to find it in the store when we don't
Right,
even go to the
yeah.
store?
You know, don't even go. Oh, yeah, right.
I'm making my mission.
That's step one is going out to find it.
And our Walmart has never updates their action figures. It's like the same
Really?
thing every time we go. It's like the same few figures.
Some stores are really good about it too. Like if you go to them and like there's
Yeah, like when I go to Tennessee, I find Rob action figures, but here I like the inventory is just like the same few people and they don't update it, and it's only the people that are left.
oh man, that's aggravating.
Yeah.
Hey, what TV service do you have?
So I don't have cable or anything. I just do streaming. So I have like Netflix, and then I have a couple other ones that I use. What is HBO Max? I currently have. And then, Hulu. That's all I have. I don't have cable though.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that because I pay for everything.
Yeah.
And I don't use that much of it. And I'm thinking about doing that. But then like when we subscribe like to Netflix, if you use the basic price one, then you got to deal with commercials.
Yeah.
And then if you don't want to see commercials, then you pay more, which I was telling her we should do that on Netflix because we watch a lot. I have that premium membership on YouTube, and it's worth it not seeing the commercials. But then also we'd have to do it on Amazon Prime, and then we'd have to do it on
Yeah, but then if we add it all up, it's the same as DirecTV. We pay a lot for DirecTV.
That's what I want.
It all adds up. It's like if you want to watch everything, you're basically still going to pay for everything. It's just
So when we watch TV for long periods of time, I'm like, this is actually really productive because we're getting our money's worth out of our bills that we pay.
Right. Yeah. It's a return on investment.
Yeah.
Someday I'm gonna look at what all channels do we really watch on DirecTV, and then maybe we could just get those separate.
Right.
I literally just have the rabbit ears, like the old rabbit ears. They're not the literal ones. It's like a little like flat thing, but I just get the regular like 5, 6 or something channels just to watch football, and then the rest is Netflix and HBO Max, and that's basically all I have right now. I don't
football. Seems like you'd be able to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube and stuff. But there's a big dispute going on too with them and Disney right now. Apparently, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, some wild drama going on in the streaming world. Frankie Carrizo, he's got a good question here, Rob.
This is that match when Kylie wrestled over the appearance of who's going to do the first appearance at Battleground Collectibles.
Oh yeah. Who's gonna do the first appearance?
Match, never seen one. I want to see Dango wrestle too.
Yeah, Dango match. Do you know if there's any footage of a Dango match, Rob?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have VHS footage, and I might have some on some drives. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Let me work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That'd be sweet to
see. And also his son, Jurassic, would probably like that.
Cool. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. And he was pretty. So he was in the same vein as you, Rob, in a style, right? Like in how he wrestled, or how different was he from you?
I don't think very different. You know, we have very similar styles. I think.
Yeah.
He was just like an Asian version, so he might have been a little smoother with his moves and his balance.
Smoother than RVD.
It might have been a little bit stronger.
He was a tumbler too, right? Like he could do flips.
Yeah, we were always competitive with everything like that. Yeah. I can think of some matches. I have a whole VHS tape of his stuff that I'd seen on before. But yeah,
that'd be sweet to check out. Check out. We got a few more super chats here. We'll cover them real quick. Kevin Gilbard says, "Thanks for the $5. Hey Rob, any memories of Eddie on his 20-year anniversary?" Yeah, this is the 20th anniversary of his passing. That's crazy to think.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero.
Did we just talk about him? I had this conversation with somebody, and I don't want to.
Well, we've talked about you in the ladder match with him, and a couple other things too with him, I think. But yeah, ultimately, like you like working with him and everything, right?
Yeah, sure.
You were just talking about it to WWE.
Oh,
that's when you were talking about him.
Okay. A future interview.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So, you know, unfortunately, I don't have a ton of stories. Most of the time that I saw him was at the buildings. You know, we didn't like drive together and hang out outside, stuff like that. Although it was cool, you know, to go to his funeral in his house. It's such a private thing, you know, when someone's gone and you're there, like seeing their everything, like seeing how they lived, you know what I mean? And it's like, technically he didn't even really invite me to be here, but you know, out of respect, you know, and I did respect him a lot. You know, we did a lot of good for each other. He was always real serious. One thing that comes to mind when I was talking to him one time in the dressing room, because he would sometimes get his Bible out and he'd just be sitting in the dressing room by himself in the daytime reading the Bible.
Wow.
Staying out of trouble. Yeah, when I'd be like going to the 3 T's of success, toking, training, and tanning.
Yeah.
And
how wholesome. He was reading a Bible in the dressing room.
Yeah, a lot of times. But it was like it was well known that he was trying to dissuade demons from entering his lifestyle. And he'd had problems before. He was trying to work his way back. And so that seemed to be an obvious part of his vibe, was that he was I don't know if struggling is the right word, but let's say working hard to maintain control and balance. And I just remember one conversation, he was asking me if I've ever done the detoxification, cleansing. He was talking about some place that he went, and he was putting it over like, oh, Rob, you gotta go, you gotta, and I was like, really? Like, no, I've never done anything like that. I never even thought about it. And he was talking about some camp or something, sounded like a sweat lodge tents or something like that. And he was talking about going for, I don't know if he said 10 days. It was like a long time for me to think about going anywhere and staying in one place. But he was talking about how to go there and experience it, how giving up all drugs and toxins and anything that you put into your body is part of it. And he said, no caffeine, nothing. You just go there and you're pure, and you just sweat everything out, all the toxins, and you repurify yourself. And I don't know where this place was or whatever, but it just sticks out in my mind that he said that, that I think he said I should do that once a year or something. And I was like, man, I don't know. It sounds kind of interesting to clean out everything, detoxify. Why not? But at the same time, that's a lot. That's a lot. And today's never going to be a good day for me, I don't think. Yeah.
You said he was a serious, no nonsense kind of guy, which is interesting to me because there's so many people that are just so goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it stands out when people like it that are entertainers are like that.
He took everything like so he took wrestling in the business like so seriously. He was like one of the guys that you wouldn't want to offend. And that's why him and Chris Benoit got along so well. They both were like real intense and thought so much about the business. So like younger guys couldn't be too comfortable, or one of them would be like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, are you saying that I don't work hard enough? What are you talking about?" I go, "No, I just like out of nowhere, things could escalate really quickly."
Yeah.
I think they both had that kind of energy. And one time Kurt Angle and Eddie had a match, and I don't know what happened during the match. Something went wrong or something. And when they came back into the dressing room, Eddie dove in his legs.
Oh, wow.
He was so pissed.
At Kurt Angle, who could wrestle.
Yeah.
Somebody told, I think it was maybe JBL saying like, told Eddie is like, why are you going after Kurt Angle of all people? Like he's like he's such an idiot. He's like, and Eddie's like, I know I'm an idiot. He's like, but I'm pissed off or said something to that effect.
Yeah. It was a big pull apart, but
wow.
But yeah, I don't think that Kurt was in any trouble.
No, I don't. The funny thing I hear too is what was it? My gosh. Oh, no, you think about it too, because like somebody like Dean Malenko appeared very serious on camera and like was a serious wrestler, and the Iceman he was known as and stuff like that. And Eddie could play like comedy, and sure he would get serious sometimes, but he was known for being comedic in certain aspects. But like it's funny but Dean Malenko backstage is such a jokester I hear in a lot of stuff, and like funny. And like Eddie's more serious backstage. That's kind of neat to think about.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
A lot of people goofy is a part of their the way they socialize, or like in the wrestling world, if they have an idea, they like laugh really hard like when they're saying their idea because they want other people to join in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the thing like in the locker room.
Yeah. To kind of get people involved with it. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Dean has a really dry sense of humor, and it's never turned off. It's always
it's always going. He's always going.
I like the humor.
Yeah, I do too. Frankie Chorizo, RVD, and Katieology. Selecting a good woman and / red flags. Any thoughts on that? Any red flags for selecting a good lady?
Red flags. A huge red flag is if you catch someone in a lie. Like once they're a liar, like they lose all credibility. So it's like, how could you trust them in any other way? So that's a big red flag. Or someone that feels like they're always trying to use you, or get something out of you is like a really big red flag.
At 1-800-Flowers.com, we know that connections are at the heart of being human. Whether celebrating life's joys or comforting during tough times, 1-800-Flowers helps you express what words can't. For nearly 50 years, millions have trusted 1-800-Flowers to deliver thoughtful gifts that help create lasting bonds. Because it's more than just a gift. It's your way of showing you care. Visit 1-800-Flowers.com/WWO and connect today. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/WWO.
Lowe's knows that saving is always top of mind, especially this season. That's why we've picked some great deals for early Black Friday. Get free select DeWalt, Cobalt, or Craftsman tools when you buy a select battery or combo kit. More tools? Why not? Plus, we've got select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees starting at $59.98 because it's never too early to think Christmas. Get Black Friday prices without the crowds. Lowe's, we help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. With sneakers, boots, and everything in between for every style, mood, and occasion, you'll definitely find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. DSW. Let us surprise you.
Someone that doesn't want to talk and communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not going to work without communicating. I mean, depending on what you want. If you want a relationship that's not that deep, just someone, whatever, that you hang out with a couple times a month or whatever, then maybe something like that will work. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as far as investing everything into, you got to have communication. Hey, that Tiger Striped outfit's the one on my Walmart exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that's true though.
With my evil ex, I always think about this red flag on the very, very first date. I had this Ford Thunderbird, and
what color?
Gray. Mm-hmm. And we're walking out to the car, and I go to get into the driver's seat, and she's just standing there, like looking at me, like, "Are you serious?" And I didn't know what was going on, and you know, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like trying to figure out, and so she's like, and she rolls her eyes and is like, and just like opens the door and gets in, and that was all because she thought that I should open the door for her.
Yeah,
that was a serious red flag. I wish I would have just said, you know what, go ahead and get out of my car. This ain't gonna work.
And if that was for her, she could have communicated and said, "I like when guys open the door for me."
Yeah, like
you
don't have to be.
You have the car door opened and be treated like a woman.
If you're not comfortable, being completely honest with her, then that's a huge red flag. And I know that's like a lot of relationships. Most guys are like, well, come on, you can't share everything. I mean, you know, you don't want to fight every night, but that's part of it. The more of those red flags you have, then the more drama you have. I mean, there's nothing that I wouldn't tell her, or talk to her about. I mean, not everything. I mean, I don't have to go and explain after I went to the bathroom, but it's, oh my God, you should have seen it. Gross. But no, if it comes to if there's an attractive girl that's walking anywhere with near eyesight, I'm gonna point her out if I want to, and if I don't, it's just because she already did. You know, we both enjoy that, saying, "Wow, check out that girl, she's really cute," or like we both enjoy doing that, and that right there is something that a lot of guys wish they could do.
Yeah, because they're looking anyways, but trying not to look.
Yeah, my evil ex, if she saw anybody that she thought I would want to look at, she would just stare at me and watch me and just wait for me to notice.
Oh man.
And when she would notice that I looked at the girl, she'd be like, like, why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. And then we'd be in a big fight, huge fight, because I would be so offended. Like, bitch, don't you know, like, what you have? Yeah, like, you don't know what kind of fucking husband I am. Like, all my friends, the whole culture, everybody fucks around on everybody. I'm not like that, and you should appreciate it instead of thinking that I am one of them. And so the whole thing, though, was just, a bad combination, and all these red flags were indicative of that.
And if you weren't as faithful, then I could see why it would hurt to see looking at girls, because be like, oh, I bet when I go to the bathroom, he's going to give her his number. But since he is a faithful guy, then it's like, if you don't want to look, that's fine. You're only looking.
Yeah,
it's not
right.
Out on it. So,
and if guys or girls, if you're cheating on your partner and then you expect them to trust you afterwards, then what the fuck are you thinking? They're not going to trust you.
Right.
They feel like they owe you a heartache. That's get the fuck out of there.
It's
It's not that easy, I know, because a lot of relationships make it through lots of drama, but that ain't for me. And thank God that's not what she wants either. We do not like drama.
Yeah, keep it
at all costs. And my personal RVDology that I use, my number one probably rule for how I conduct my own life is if it's an option to avoid distress, boom, I'm going to most likely go with that one. I'm going to consider that, and that's going to be the answer if it avoids stress.
Yeah, that's a way to do it too, no doubt. I like it. Yeah, good red flags to keep an eye out for. If they're rude to waiters or waitresses, I always make that a red flag big time. Or they don't like animals. That's another thing.
That's so true. Yeah, they don't like animals, or if they're rude to people. Like, that's so embarrassing to go out to eat with someone and then they're rude to the staff.
Yeah, I get big time secondhand embarrassment if that happens with something.
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
No,
but also like if they don't share your common interests, you know what I mean? Like, or values even. It's like you find out, like, if you're completely different and disagree on everything, then man, that's just going to be like so much work.
But the main things, you don't have to have the same interest in every way. Like, Rob is into mafia, but I don't care about mafia. But I
like to dance.
But I still
shake my head.
Telling me about the mafia stories, I still listen because I know it's important to him. Like, same like me, I'm like, Cardi B had a baby today, and then or talk like about the Kardashians. He acts interested because he likes that it makes me happy.
Yeah, and it's if you can just do that and communicate in that regard and appreciate what that other person appreciates, and that's good. That's great. Then, heck yeah. Instagram a wrestling historian. Thanks for the Canadian $2. He says, Rob, what was your experience working with Chris Kreisky? Do you know that name? Kreisky?
I'm not sure who that is. Chris Kreisky.
Yeah, I don't know either. I thought first it was Chris Nowinski, but no. I wonder who Chris Kreisky is. Instagram wrestling historian. You can follow up real quick if you want. Brian Barrett became an RVD TV member. Thank you, Brian Barrett Wilson. If you have a question, feel free to drop it, and I will try to make note to ask Rob about it. Thank you.
Is American writer, biographer, and screenwriter for his work in WWF, now WWE.
Oh, he's a writer. He's a WWE writer. Did you know that name then?
He passed away in 2005 due to cancer at 42.
Oh, shit. Let me see a picture of him.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of him before.
Writer.
Oh, that's what he said. He was the head writer after Vince Russo, he said. He was the head WWF head writer after Vince Russo. I never heard of this person.
I guess about 42. Wow, that's a good one because he's like hard to even find.
Yeah. I thought the person after Russo was like Brian Gewirtz. I thought that was the next person in line. I didn't know about Chris Kreski. About that.
Now also, I can't think of his name.
But since he's a writer, that means there's not a lot of photos of him. He's a backstage.
Yeah. That's not going to pop up as easy for that.
I'm not really sure how it was working with him. No personal stories that I can share because I unfortunately don't recall.
He was a writer too for high-profile series such as Beavis and Butthead, Celebrity Deathmatch, Remote Control.
Oh.
Yeah. He's a head writer of The Daily Show, The Martin Short Show.
What?
No wonder he's got some fucking
got some help on the wall.
Yeah.
Damn.
WWF writer. Replaced as head writer by Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, okay. Wow. So.
Yeah.
How about that? Well,
sorry. There was a time in WWE when I knew we had comedy writer, and it's that one. Why is there no picture on IMDb?
He was a hidden man.
Okay.
Very mysterious.
Yeah, there's not even a picture on IMDb, so it's hard for me to know. But I'm thinking maybe that's when this was. Maybe he was what they were referring to as comedy writers. Maybe it was him, or maybe he was him and his staff or his people, or maybe he was one of them. I don't know. But if so, I thought it was entertaining. Like when during the time that I'm remembering is like when Booker T and Goldust were doing like backstage vignettes.
I need to look that up.
Just so funny.
I hear
those were so great. Booker T when he had the lightsaber, and then like Goldust, he had like the stutter because he got electrocuted. So funny.
Oh, is that why he did that? Why he got electrocuted?
Yeah, he got electrocuted in a backstage segment, and then he had like a twitch going on after that.
Wrestling is so funny.
Oh my god, what a great team that was. Book Dust.
Because you acted like he had Tourette's.
Right, I didn't know he got electrocuted.
Yeah, he was electrocuted also.
That's great.
Oh man, I love that tag team. I got a sword too.
I need to look that up.
But R.I.P. Chris Kreski.
Yeah, there we go. I like it. Nicely done. Yes, Brian, thanks again for becoming a RVD TV member. It means I got to make some more content then. But thank you. Appreciate it.
Boom.
Maddie, he says Michael Franzese as a guest.
Yeah.
World champ run.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like he's too big and too important.
No.
I feel like that about a lot of my friends. And some of it is just because like their time it seems like it's worth so much if they're like doing like just the biggest shows that get, fucking $500,000 or 500,000 views on a video, then I feel like the platform that I have to offer him, isn't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We definitely don't get 500,000 views.
I feel like that, like with some of the other, I don't know.
But he would get more views.
About, like even like with Bret Hart, I'm like, well, I mean, he probably maybe would do it. I don't because
Bret would probably do it. I bet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I get insecure when it comes to that about the because you know why? Because for me that's important. Like when I have fans ask, which is nonstop, but if they're on Twitter, X, whatever, and they're like, "Hey, Rob, can you do my podcast show?" My first thought is, man, what if there's only like 5 viewers?
Right.
Because it's a lot of work for me to do it. It's something that I got to put on my schedule, work around, think of, plan, and work towards, and then put in the time while I'm doing it. So it's stress. So if I can not stress, then I would rather not stress instead of even have So that's why I hardly do the podcast interviews. But if I am going to do one, then man, I would certainly rather have it be a big one that, you know, if you could have a Joe Rogan's or Joe Kelly's, you know, with who the hell's that?
Who the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, he was a kid that grew up down the street from me, four houses down. Joe Kelly. Yeah, his dad was a fireman.
You would be great on Joe Rogan, though. You'd be great. I mean,
yeah. I like Theo Vaughn's podcast, and we've seen him a few times out and about. So I was like, you need to have Rob on there.
Theo, I like Theo Vaughn a lot. He seems like a good person, like just a good dude.
Yeah, he's really humble. I was like,
yeah.
I love your podcast, and he's like, I'm just happy to have a job.
How about that? Yeah, I like him.
I have a job.
A couple more questions. We'll close it out then. Steve Soleil, thanks for the $10. My 40th birthday is on November 22nd, and the Wildcat Wrestling show you had announced at Only Wrestlers in New Orleans is that day. And Shane Douglas and Francine will be here for my birthday. How about that?
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Great birthday is November 22nd. The
Wildcat show is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane Douglas and Francine will be there. And it's his birthday. It's a lot. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Heck yeah.
Tell Shane and Francine we said, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up, Dub fam?
EC Dub. EC Dub. Happy
Crazy is already here. Like November, the end of November is already here. I just have more bookings until I'm cut off from flying because I'm too pregnant.
Yeah.
I gotta catch me while I can. While you can.
That's it. Only limited dates left.
Yeah.
It'll be done real soon.
Yeah.
And we just had our anniversary too.
Yeah.
Happy belated anniversary. November 11th, 11/11.
Yeah. We've been
I was with you instead of with her.
I know, right? What an anniversary. So with me for Manny's.
We've been together. Well, in April it'll be 10 years. So pretty much 10 years together and 4 years married with 2 kids on the way.
2 kids.
and 2 beautiful doggies.
Yeah.
2 pooches. 2 pooches.
You see that the Major League Baseball is wrapped up in a mafia scandal.
I saw baseball, and then I saw obviously the basketball stuff we were talking about. And then there was something else too that UFC maybe got. I don't know if it's mafia.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
I hear the mafia involved. They're talking about fixing fights. And did you hear about the mafia being involved in that? That would make sense.
I did not. I just heard that UFC got caught in a gambling situation too. So, but I didn't know if mafia was involved or not.
And people say wrestling is fake.
Yeah, right.
Everything is fixed.
Everything. You know.
Whoa.
Stuff is just predetermined in wrestling. Wow. Others, some shady stuff going on. That's
right.
Shady.
Interesting to see what's going to happen through all these investigations.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? How is the landscape going to change after the fact too, when it comes to sports and sports betting and what have you? It's fascinating, super fascinating.
Yeah.
We'll close out with this one here, Rob. This is from Mackenzie L.
What up, Mackenzie?
What up, Mackenzie? How did it feel returning to WWE in 2013?
Oh man, it was awesome. That was a really, really cool moment. I think that they built my return like more than I'd ever seen anybody pushed. You know, all the videos for weeks before I came back where they were showing all my highlights with my music, one of a kind, and saying, you know, RVD returns and whatever the date was or whatever, like that stuff was so cool and built so much hype. And I was just like, because when I was in TNA, a lot of times when I was there, like I was hurt for the whole run mostly, you know, and so I was in my back, you know, caused me to not feel like I could really like move the same way. But I saw those promos for WWE, and I was like, man, they're advertising the RVD that was here before that left. That's what they want. That's what I'm going to give them, and I did. It had a great return. It was 90 days. I signed a contract to have 66 matches in 90 days. And the whole thing was awesome. I don't know how many times we went overseas, but I remember being in England. And I think we did Japan on that too. But I just remember like Pat Patterson gave me a big compliment when we were in England because the way the crowd was reacting, he said, all these people, they're here to see you. And I was like, I was, an asshole, I guess, but I was skeptical because I knew how things work. He said, all these people here are here to see you because it was my return, and they were big RVD fans. And I said, is that the way it gets reported back to the office, though? And he said, that's the way I'm saying it. I said, for real? He said, absolutely. I'm going to tell them everyone was here to see you.
Who said this?
Pat Patterson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, that's some high praise right there too, Rob.
Yeah.
Man.
But, yeah, it was a really good run. And then I came back like a year later and signed I can't remember right now. It was 5 months and 88 matches, I think. And anyway, that was the opposite. Like I could have skipped that whole run. But I mean, it was travel, it was work. It was just as far as building me or for my path or anything other than just, hey, I have a job. Anything other than that, it didn't have any value for me because I was just there to fucking put everyone over in 2015 and it went unnoticed until I finally opened up my mouth at the end, which I should have done before I went there, actually, but we live and we learn.
Yeah, man. But I remember I was at your return in Philly when it happened.
Yeah,
and
it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was such, but I was so bummed at, like you were saying, after the fact when you made your second run there, and it was just like, oh, they're just misused you the whole time, and it was just like, it's RVD, and you're not fucking putting him in like main event matches, and he's not fighting the top guys, and he's not fighting for the titles, and he's jobbing to people. What the fuck? I remember being pissed.
Boo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Rob, you certainly are one of a kind, though. You are.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Well, after that run, I had to leave and say, I don't know, I got to wait till I feel like coming back. And I never did. And I can't imagine going back to full time ever after, like that last run made it seem like what's it worth? Like why?
Aww,
why?
What's the point? What's the point of all this? Well, cool. Good stuff, guys. This was a fun show.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear everybody, Rob and Katie will be this weekend. They'll be in New York, Long Island at Brentwood. You can check them out at the big event, EXS, at the Suffolk Credit Union Arena in Brentwood, New York. That's November 15th, this Saturday, if you're tuning in. And then that Sunday, I believe it's Sunday, right? November 16th?
Yep. Yep.
Wrestling for Heroes. And what is it? We figured it out.
Pryor,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Pryor, Oklahoma. Yes.
There's no black people in Oklahoma, except Jacqueline's going to be there.
Oh, Jacqueline will be there. Right. Hey, and Godfather will be there too.
Yay! Sweet. And D-Lo.
I see D-Lo on there too.
Yeah. And Papa Shango.
Hey, and the Warlord and Barbarian will be there. My brother wrestled them.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Those guys are awesome.
All right. So check it out. Sting will be there too. And hey, we just talked about them. RVD and KD. They'll both be there too.
And here's my bump, y'all, if y'all want to see it.
Look at the bump. Yes, look at it, Katie. It looks great. Yeah, heck yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Great pictures online too. You took. I saw those ones as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So happy for you guys.
We are too. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right, guys, and thank you everybody in the chat for tuning in and asking great questions and interacting with everybody. If you like what you're seeing, I want to shout out RVD420.com. Go to GreekGlass.com. They still got some product there, and they do really, really high quality stuff. So be sure to, if you want to smoke like RVD and have the unique glassware that they have, check them out. Go to RVD420.com. Also go to IndaCloud. IndaCloud
videos too.
What was that?
Videos. I got a cameos. I got to do cameos. I got
Cameo. He's got Cameo.
do conventions this weekend.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on.
It's rough being a whole effing show, yo.
He is the whole effing show. He's covering all the bases. So check it out. And,
were you saying go to Indica Cloud? I didn't mean to cut off.
Go to IndaCloud. Now, this is the wrong graphic I have up, but I'll be sure to.
If someone asks how far along I am, I'm 28 weeks.
28 weeks.
And twins normally come at like 35 weeks. But they said no greater than 38 weeks. So we're in the final stretch. I'm in my 3rd trimester.
Wow. That's awesome.
Getting real.
Real time here.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But yes, check it out. As I mentioned earlier, IndaCloud is the one of our sponsors too here that we have here at RVD, one of a kind, and they got some great product there. So you can go to IndaCloud. The link will be below in the description of the podcast, and check it out. They got gummies, they got dope rope, a lot of good stuff on there, and it's potent stuff, very potent stuff. So check that out too. So
and,
all right.
In the online, you can go look at Las Vegas Review. There's an article. My friend Frankie Citro is on there. Look up Las Vegas Review, Frankie Citro, and he's a mobster friend of mine here in Las Vegas that I am going to have on the show sometime soon. He's in the Black Book, and he's been in, I think, like over 30 years, or he's been in there. And anyway, he's trying to get out. So his goal is to be the only living person that has been excluded from the Black Book after being in it, because what they do is, and it says this in the article, every once in a while they look at who has died and is no longer alive, and they remove them from the Black Book. And they've never removed someone that hasn't died, but Frankie wants to be the first. And he's got besides a petition, he's got a lawyer and a whole case and story about why he thinks that he should be freed from the Black Book. Because when you're in the Black Book, you're not allowed in any of the casinos. And so he can't even go to the restaurants or hotels that have the casinos. Even Fremont Street, he was saying, because downtown here in Las Vegas, they put the rooftop over Fremont Street. You know, it has all the lights and all these the show, and it's, you know, looks cool, although it blocks Oscar's Steakhouse view. But anyway, when they put that roof there, it made it so he can't walk down there anymore.
Wow.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I just found the article too. So he's been banned for 34 years so far.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And he was at our baby shower right there.
Yeah. Great guy. I've been playing phone tag with him, but I want to get him on here to talk about that and other things. We can pick his brain for a long time. He's got a lot of experience, and he's a real character.
It'd be awesome to have. Hell yeah.
He acts so young. Like, it was like midnight. We went to a comedy show, and he's like, "You want to go get dinner after?" Yeah. And I was like, wow, most people his age are like, running an hour.
Man, yeah, he'd be awesome to have on. Let's definitely get him on. That'd be great.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
all right,
cool. All right, guys. We'll see you all next time here on One of a Kind with who? That's with RVD and KT. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Van Dam fam.
Boom. See ya.
I'm here on a job site with Tim, who owns his own electrical contracting business.
3 employees and 2 work trucks.
Tim traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance. We're positively here where he needs us most.
They sure are.
With step-by-step help on all his insurance needs, all for shockingly low rates.
Shockingly low, huh?
Just a little bit of electrician humour. Do you get it?
I got it.
You know, it feels like we have a real connection. All right, I'll stop.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. Get more with Geico.
AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.